to SST College of Arts and Commerce, Ulhasnagar. This is SST Edupedia. Myself, Assistant Professor Yogesh Patil from the Department of Science, IT and CS. Friends, today's topic is for class FIBSc Computer Science as well as AYBSc Information Technology for the semester 1 and semester 5 respectively. Today's course is Linux operating system, and the topic for this course is users in Linux and file permissions. So friends, let's see what we are going to discuss in this session. So in this video session we are going to discuss about the user accounts and groups which has been used in Linux, as well as the file permissions or different types of file permissions we have in Linux operating system. So if we consider about the user, what is mean by user? User is the person who is using that particular system. So what user is accessing through that particular system? So each and every program or the process which has been run or which is running in the system, that can be accessible by the user. So user is able to run each and every program as well as the process in the system. Every file has been owned by the user in that particular operating system, and every user has a unique integer ID number that is known as an UID number. So user can uniquely identify for that particular operating system even in the Linux. So different users have different access permissions which is allowed to the user, just like read or write permissions which has been given to the file, browsing the content or the data of particular directory, then execute a particular program which is executable by user, then installing a new software on the system, as well as changing the global system settings. All these things user can do on a operating system in which the user has been logged in. Now what is mean by group? So group is nothing but it is a collection of the users. So multiple users are grouped together and they are used as a target of that particular permissions. So a group can be given an access to the file resources. Even the user can belong with many groups. So let's see who is the group using a grep command or a particular group name which is belonging to the /etc/group directory. We are using it in this. So every file has is associated with groups. So the owner of the file can grant a permission to the group, and every group has a unique integer ID number which is a GID number. In the case of user we have seen a UID number. Similarly we have unique number, that is for group it is GID. So we have two basic commands for group, that is groups, and this command is used to list the group in which the user is belonging, and we have another command that is chgroup, which is used to change the group which is associated with the particular file. So let's see what are the file permissions. So if we consider about the file permission, so there are three basic operations which we are doing on a particular file. These are read, write and execute. So these three operations we can permit to the particular file, and to whom we can permit these operations or these permissions. These people are nothing but the owner, that is nothing but a user of that particular file in which the user has been logged in and he has created the file. Second is the group. Group is nothing but from the group of users where the owner is belonging, and others, these are also group of users which is not belong to the owner's group, and or any other operating system or the user from out of that particular Linux operating system. So we have two basic commands for setting the file permissions like chmod and umask. So chmod is nothing but a change the mode of the particular file system, that is it is changing the permissions for the file, as well as umask is used to set up the permissions for the new files. And if we consider the Windows, so we have .exe file which is an executable program, as well as on Linux or any other file system we have X permissions which is for an executable program or a executable file. So as you can see, whenever we use ls-l command, we get a long description of particular directory's content, if it is file or a directory. So in that output you might have been seen that the first part of that output contains the permissions or detail of the permission of that particular file or a directory. So if that particular file or a directory or that content is directory, then it will contain a letter D at the beginning. If it is not, or if it is a file, then it will contain a dash at that time. Then we have RWX, which is known for a read, write and executable permission. So first RWX, that will be for owner of that particular file or a directory. Then second RWX will be stand for a group, and then third RWX indicates the file permissions for the others who are logging from outer side of that particular file system. So the people who are using this and the permissions which is given to the particular file, let's see what are they. The people, each user fits into only one of the three permission or a three permission set, that is owner, group and others. So owner, if you create the file, you are the owner of that particular file, and your owner can be changed using chown command. The group, that is it is a by default group of that particular owner or from the file is associated with. And then others, that is nothing but everyone other than the owner and the group of that particular users or a particular file. Okay, these are nothing but the others user. Then what are the permissions? As we have discussed earlier, read, write and execute are three permissions on any particular file. Read, that allows to open and read the content of that particular file. Then write, it will allow us or the user or any other to modify or update or truncate the contents of that particular file. And execute, it will allow the file to execute or to run on that on any platform, and these files must be an executable file. And the directory, they also have permissions that we will cover later on. What are the file permission? Let's see few examples. So as you can see on a screen, the permission which we have seen after ls-l, it will display the output like -rw -r -r -r. These are the permissions for the particular file that is named temp1.txt, and as you can see, we have hyphen at the beginning of the output, which indicates that it is a file. Then as you can see, we have similar file which is nothing but an temp2.exe. So owner, group and others, all these have the permissions. So as you can see, for temp1.txt, we have read as well as write permissions. Then for a group we have read permissions only, and for the other user we have read permission. As well as if we consider temp2.exe, it has read and write permissions for the owner, as well as it contains a write permission, or we have given a write permission to the group, and others do not have any access to the file. So other cannot be read nor write nor execute that particular temp2.txt file. So as you can see, we have dash 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 or hyphen 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 at the end of that particular permission section. So how to change this permission? If I want to change the permission of that particular file, let's consider one file that is myfile.txt, and we are going to choose or we are going to change the permissions of that particular file. So we have a command that is chmod. Chmod command is used to change the mode of the permission or the mode of that particular file. So chmod u plus rw, it will allow user or allow owner to read and write that particular file. If we use chmod plus x and then banner is nothing but the name of that particular file, so it will allow everyone to execute the file. Then if we are using the command chmod u g plus rw comma o hyphen rwx space grades.xl. So here we are going to give a read and write permission to user or owner and the group, as well as we are not going to give any other executable or any other permission to the other user of that particular folder. So it will be and this command do not have any space in between or after comma. This is the one way of changing the file permission by using directly we are using ux or directly we are using rwx as a permission. The another mode that is an octal or a base 8 code. In this we are using some binary code like 000001, and these binary codes are used in a octal form like 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So we are giving this code or we are using this code for changing the mode of the permission mode of that particular file. So there are three basic numbers we are going to use from 0 to 7. The first number will be used for user or a owner, second number will be used for a group, and third number will be used for owner. For example, if we use chmod 600 myfile.txt, in this case the user will get a permission of read as well as write. If we are using a chmod 664 grades.dat, in this case owner having a read and write permission, even the group also having a read and write permission, and others are having only reading permissions. And if we are using the command chmod 751 banner, so in this case banner file is having read, write and execute command or permissions for the owner, read and execute permission for group, as well as only execution permission for the other users. So let's discuss more on this chmod and umask command. Chmod, as we have seen earlier, chmod u plus rw myfiles, these by using this command we are setting or we are allowing owner to read and write permissions for the myfile.txt file. Similarly, we have permissions for grades.dat. These permissions are 664, which is followed by which options we are using, which indicates that owner having read write, group having read write, and others having only read permissions. Let's see how umask is going to be used. Umask will return the mask in use, and it also determines the default permission which has been set on the files or a directory. So let's create one file with this mask permission. So percentage mask followed by the 0022, then percentage touch, followed by the name of the file, that is silly.txt. Whenever we see the permission by using ls-l silly.txt, we will see that the permissions are read write, then read and read permission for this we have used this particular code for unmasking or umasking. So let's see one exercise. For example, if you want to change the permission of myfile.txt, like others cannot read this file or group members can execute it, others cannot read the file, group members can and others can read the file and write the file, and everyone has full access. And even we will going to try that deny all access to everyone. So let's check how we are going to use it by using chmod command. So as you can see, if we do not want to give the reading permission to the others, then it will be chmod o -r myfiles. So it will remove the reading permission of myfile.txt for the others. Even if group members can execute the file, so we are going to give the command chmod g+x myfiles.txt. So myfile.txt, this file will get the executing permission for the group members, along with if we want not to give read and write permission for other users, so we are going to use chmod o -rw followed with the file name, that is myfile.txt. Then if we want group members and others can read and write the file, so we are going to give the permission chmod g o +rw myfiles.txt. So it will give the permission of read and write to the group as well as others. And if we want to give a whole access, then we must use chmod ugo, that is user, group and others, followed with the +sign rwx. These are the permissions, and the file name, that is myfile.txt. And if we want to deny access to the everyone, so same command we are going to use, but the little change there, instead of plus we are using minus sign. So the command will be chmod ugo minus or -rwx followed by the file name, that is myfile.txt. So as you can see, it will remove the all permissions for myfile.txt. So similarly, directory also has the permissions like read, write and execute, and we can give the permission of read but not execute permission. So we are how we are going to use, how this has been utilized, that we will see later. Just for now, just keep in mind that as well as just like a file system, we have a permissions to the directory also. So thank you friends, thank you for the session. You have listened carefully, and please do subscribe our channel. Thank you, thanks a lot.